Welcome aboard, everybody. Oh, I don't know why that is there. That should not be there. Stand by really fast. There we go. That's gone. But welcome, everybody. I said I was going to do a live stream eventually of the B-2. And here we are. The glorious, beautiful looking B-2 bomber. Now, we are doing a long flight. We are going to be flying from Nellis Air Force Base, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to be flying up to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, which is just about an hour, just over an hour from where I live. But yeah, this plane is awesome. I'm sure you've probably seen the videos I put out, or the review video I put it out on it. Ooh, excuse me. But we're going ahead. We're going to already kick it on. I may end up turning down the game volume because this thing can get pretty loud. So let's go ahead and kick on the APU. APUs are, whoops, is this, okay, that's all right. Oh, it helps if I turn the battery on. We're already going to turn it down, like a lot. If it's too loud, let me know. I'll continue to turn it down, but that's about where I think I'm going to have it at. So APU has been kicked on. All right. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and then turn on the fuel tanks. Fuel tanks are on. Let's verify the flight plan. There it is right there. All right, there is our flight plan. Now there is a catch. Pardon. There is a catch when doing the flight plan. You cannot import from like SimBrief. You have to use the in-sim flight system that they, or the flight planning system they have implemented. So it's unfortunate, but that's obviously the way it has to go. I've never tried. This is the first attempt I've had at doing a flight plan, so this could get interesting. All right, so we're gonna start here. 0. I'm not sure on how to read this thing exactly. Well, but I think we'll figure it out. It looks very complicated. We're gonna see what we can do about this. I'm not totally sure on how to read this or how it's actually kind of set up, but it looks, I want to say it kind of looks like it going down, even flight level 170, and then flight 70. All right, yeah, that's why I'm confused. These flight levels that are all right here are kind of throwing me off. So I guess when we get up in the air and throw the autopilot on, hopefully it takes over, or nav mode. It'll take over right there, so that we should be fine. I'm hoping. Good grief, I really do hope so. All right, let's go ahead, and we already have the fuel turned on. Let's go ahead and kick the engines on. So we're gonna go to engine 1 start. See the big old poof of smoke come out the back. There's one of the flaps for the intake. There it is. The poof. All right. Go ahead and let's go to engine 2. already click on generator 1. There's not a lot of things you can mess with in here. Hopefully, maybe down the road they'll implement more things. Either way, I know that what is that? Top Mock Studios. They're doing their version of the B-2, and I think that one is actually going to be more, like, more to the point. It's going to be more flight capable, more intuitive, more intense things you can do. Don't get me wrong though, this is good. This is a good holdover. So we went from a free B-2 on FlightSim.to that was, I was saying, hey, that's a good holdover. Then this came out. This is an even better holdover. That free version is kind of already deleted. All right, let's see. Engine 2 is active. Engine 3 startup. Let's go ahead and flip the generator for the engine 2. We're going to also already engine 1 bleed. Engine 2 bleed. Engine 4 startup. All right, and up on that gen. Whoops. So there it is. There's that bug right there that I mentioned before in my review video. So you have engine 1, engine 2, engine 3, but you still can turn it on, but it's not illuminated. It's a little bit of a bug, something they probably missed, or something just it wasn't right. But either way, it doesn't impede any issues. It's just a visual issue. All right, looks like we're good on the gens. Generator 4 is on. Engine bleed for number 4 is active. The pitot heat is on. Trying to see if I'm forgetting anything else. I don't believe I'm forgetting anything right now. I think we're good to go for takeoff. And then hopefully the flight plan is good. I wish these you can actually punch in yourself. Hopefully down the road that'll happen. Yeah, I figured. All right, we should be good to go to take off. So let's go and hit the runway. Get myself resituated. All right, I need to remap that button on this joystick. I don't believe this thing has flaps. No, it does not have flaps. Oh, I didn't even see what plane I got. Dang, I got the South Carolina one. I meant there's an Ohio. So you see where it says South Carolina, Spirit of South Carolina. There is another one called Spirit of Ohio. That was the one I was actually trying to get since we're going to Ohio. But I got the wrong plane. Let's see if we can get up in the air and, well, head to Ohio. I think the cruising altitude in the flight plan said 43,000 feet. Oh, brakes. Oh, this thing doesn't have good brakes. All right, we got to turn off the APUs as well. Las Vegas skyline. All right, let's go. We're going to turn off the APUs. All right, there you go. APUs are off. And we are ready for takeoff. Ooh, we're getting a little laggy here. All right, we're up. Gears up. Master caution's on for the gear going up. Hopefully that's not extremely loud. We're going to turn that down a little bit more. All right, we're going to go ahead and do nav, autopilot. Is it going to do the nav? Oh, is it going to do it right? Yes, it is. It looks like it does work that way. We're going to do and that is at altitude 2,200 feet or so. I think. That's how it's put down there. All right, we are in the air. And we are a flying frisbee. Actually, take that back. We're a flying boomerang. All right, we're going to pump the power down a little bit. We're passing 17,000 feet. we will give an attempt at an ILS landing. So this thing does not have auto throttle. So as soon as you hit the nav on, the flight plan, it looks like it works. I think. That's at least how I'm seeing it. And I also... It's kind of how it works. I mean, I don't know. We're still testing this out because I've never tried the flight plan yet on this thing. That's why I'm kind of weirded out by it. Autopilot is okay. Okay. Because it's trying to get to this bearing. I'm trying to go to... Huh. It's still just turning. Alright, she's leveling off now. I think we're good. I think it's following it, yeah. So nav is the GPS, which should be followed by the flight plan, which it says is going to the next waypoint. So we gotta wait and see what happens at this point, just to see if it actually is following the flight plan itself. I'm crossing my fingers it does. There it is. It's now changing level, or changing again. Yeah, I really love the B-2. The B-2 has always been my go-to like bomber. I mean, I love the B-52, but the B-2 just looks like something out of this world. Yeah, looks like it's going to follow the GPS. We're good to go. It is going to the next waypoint. All right, that confirms it then. In my opinion, nav on, it'll follow the flight plan. Now the next step of this entire this entire stream and flight is to see if I can get the ILS to work. That is the next step. That is actually going to happen, well, in a while, because we're going to Ohio. But yeah, it's really cool. I love this plane. This thing is... I'm waiting for Top Mach's version, but this thing here definitely takes the cake on a lot of things. I didn't expect to actually have bombs that fall out of it too. Alright, what's our altitude? We are at 31,000 and still climbing. We should be going up to 44,000 feet. I think that's our cruising altitude. Now, that's the one thing I'm kind of disappointed, but also it's the limitations of the sim, obviously, probably, in the programming. This bomber's maximum altitude, operating altitude is 50,000 feet. This sucker can go high. You know what we forgot to do also? Forgot to turn those on. Oh, and did we? Okay, it did it for us. I forgot to close the ramp or the door leading up to the cockpit. Luckily, it did that for us. Well, we are at cruising altitude now. We're not cruising altitude, but we're cruising now. We're still gaining altitude. Not all that fast. We're at 34,600 and slowly climbing. There's our waypoint. So it's going down this list, and I think it's going to go over into this list. So I'm seeing flight levels. All right, flight level 0 feet, obviously. Flight level 022, then flight level 0223 or 023, and then flight level 170, and then back down to flight level 075. That was what kind of confused me. I was just like, what? Okay, I'm confused. Why is it doing that? But it doesn't look like it's really even following that. We're at 0.85 Mach. So we're high Mach. We are high subsonic. That's the wording I'm looking for. High subsonic. Well, we're losing altitude now. For some reason, I don't know. It's kind of odd. Yeah, we're dropping altitude right now. I don't know why. That's kind of got me baffled. With being in the United States, I don't think you would get a flight escort. I mean, maybe. But hopefully everyone's having a great Saturday. Okie dokie. Oh, we're starting to gain altitude again. Now that is the one thing bad. This thing does not have an auto throttle. So I'm controlling the throttling myself. Another course correction. Right now, we're just going due north. All right, let's go down here real fast. Nav. Is that comms? Now the next step, I need to figure out how to do the ILS. All right, ILS. So what are we doing? We just took a hard right-hander. All right, we're leveling back out. Oh man, did we dive? We actually lost a ton of altitude. We're going to go back to 100%. All right, I'm trying to figure out this ILS nav. IFF, don't need that. Flight plan. Not sure why we're still losing altitude. Oh, there's nothing even mentions ILS in here. We're at 32,000 feet. It looks like we're going back up. Yeah. I just need to figure out this ILS. Ah, okay. I figured it out. I found it. All right, I just gotta figure out the ILS frequency for Wright-Pat. Kilo, Foxtrot, Fosker, Oscar, ILS, Freak. Okie dokie. What runway are we going in on? I totally did not look. I think it's 2-6. No, 2-3 right? Yes, 2-3 right. Okay, looks like it's 109.7. Oops, actually, I have to get clear. 109.7. I am guessing it doesn't understand that. I'm guessing it doesn't understand what I'm looking for on there. Yeah, 109.7. I think that's a frequency change too. It's dead. That's happened. I'm gonna try something else. Nope. Typing frequency, scratch pad using FMS keyboard. It does not recognize the frequency. Oh, that is just wonderful. I have no idea what flight plan this thing is going by. Right now, I'm just going in a loop. So we're just going to go. Right now, the flight plan that was inputted was all kinds of wrong. Well, I can already tell you this is wrong. All right, so that was all kinds of wrong. The when it was using the flight plan, it was not right. Because right now we're just on a full circle. No, why are you doing that? Stop it. I tried seeing if it would correct itself. It's not. So the flight plan for Microsoft, it did not work. I don't know what it was doing. So I guess we're going to have to manually fly it. Nope, it wants to still turn it. Even though I told it to go direct. All right, so we're going to get leveled off. Just didn't like us. It just didn't like us. So we are at 40 to 43,000 feet here. And we're still climbing. Glad I didn't trust the flight plan. Altitude hold. All right, we are now holding at 44,000, almost 45,000 feet. Let's go and change heading a little bit more. Turning into just control your own plane because it just, flight plan did not want to work accordingly. What is this? That's a glitch and a half. Yeah, that's a glitch. Well, we found a glitch. Maybe if we get close enough, it'll detect it. Don't know. But that's a glitch. That is something I didn't notice before until now. Oh, we're pretty high up, aren't we, too? We're 45, almost 45,000 feet. That is really high. We're going to come back a little bit. We do have the live weather on, don't we? Yes, we do. Live weather is active. Just overall a nice day. Something's gone glitchy wrong with this aircraft. Like, look at the cursor. Well, we are we're going through Utah right now, or about to be. We're 2 hours 45 minutes away from Dayton. But yeah, the flight plan is not perfect. Also found a glitch in the FMC or the flight computer. which, as you can see, there it is right there. I don't know how you fix that. I've been trying a few different things, and it seems to have no remedy. I mean, there is one way. Hold down the button, there it is. Will you let go? There it is. Now, I will say, it's not detecting ILS. I'm going with the fact that it could be because we're not really even anywhere close to Dayton. When we get close, it should attach. And the course is 233. This is why I wish those numbered buttons actually worked. I think we got the runway wrong. Because this is saying go this way. I think we got the runway wrong. The one-way wrong. I think we did. I don't think we had the right intel. Oh, I guess we'll find out soon enough. But like I said before, everyone's having a great Saturday afternoon. At least here in Ohio, it's a Saturday afternoon. I know it's a nice day today. It's nice and sunny out, so should be a good landing coming into Ohio. As long as, well, nothing goes wrong. Where are we flying over? We're flying over Severe Lake. I have no idea what that is. Or that's in Utah. We're just south of well, south of Salt Lake City. If I could talk. Fuel level. I have over 51,000 pounds of fuel on board. Little nav. Self-test in progress. Please wait. And it's back. We're coming up on the Rockies. We're going to stealth mode. All right, stealth mode activated. For long flights, I bet you it would be very uncomfortable being in this plane. And to be a B-2 bomber, yeah, this thing's always been being put on some type of long flight. Oh, look, we got ready for release. There was an area where you can do aerial refueling. Where was that probe at? Where was that switch at? There it is. Aerial refueling. There's your nozzle for your aerial refill. This plane really does defy a lot of logic, or a lot of flying like logic, because it has no rudder, no tail wing. So I will admit the autopilot on this thing is extremely flawed. It definitely is not perfect. All right. All right. Got ourselves set on a pretty good course. We're halfway through Utah. What's going on, Alex? How are you? There you go. She's a beautiful plane. Oh, you mean the ones that are over the actual ports? They close automatically. They, at least for me, they do. As soon as you get airborne after so long, they shut. Interesting. I wonder. It could be. I turn these on, left pack and right pack switch. I don't know exactly what these do, but I turn them on. Same with that. What's that? Actually, I wonder if I turn one off, what it would do. It throws a caution at me. No, okay. Well, I know what like I'm thinking. When I was in the army, they called us number of packs. That's kind of how I thought of it too. It's like, okay, pack, right pack, left pack switch. Could it be your engine bleed? Let me try something. No. Now I will say that the flight plan on this plane, it's buggy. It had me flying like left for a while, then it turned me to right, then it wanted me to put a full circle on me, so I had to I'm now manually flying it to location because the flight plan was just all kinds of messed up. And then when trying to put in for ILS, there you go. That's all messed up now. When you put in ILS, it won't even recognize the frequency. It could be also that I'm just too far away, and maybe later it'll pick up on it. But now this is all bugged out. It's all glitched. So now we're just flying as the crow flies at this point. But we're still 45, almost 45,000 feet. We're definitely high subsonic speeds. Okay, that's kind of the thought I had. But since we're not using a flight plan anymore, this could be an interesting landing if the ILS doesn't take. But I mean, I'm hoping it does. Hoping. Just wish this thing had a throttle, like a auto throttle, because landings we have to control the landings ourselves. The throttle. Now, where is the barometric backup 80? So yeah, I know. I went by the manual, like and it said that in the manual that you had to use the Microsoft in sim flight plane system for it to work, since you can't use it like SimBrief. So clearly, all right. So it means the world map version, it definitely fudged it. Definitely screwed it up then. That's what it sounds like. We are still in Utah, but we're getting really close to Colorado now. I'm really can't wait for Top Mox B-2. It comes out end of the year. I think they said not 20, December is when the Top Mock will release theirs. And I almost can guarantee that thing is going to be like high quality. Oh, there's the barometric pressure gauge. Okay. Well, I'll be needing that when we get close to Dayton. Yeah, this thing can fly for us so far. Alright, I might have to try that next time. Definitely gonna have to try that next time. Hopefully one day this thing will be able to we'll be able to put a flight plan from SimBrief in. That'd be nice. Yeah, this thing, I believe it was the max flight without refueling is 9,000 nautical miles. And it can stay up for an additional, on one flight, max distance this thing can do is 11,000 nautical miles. I mean, this thing is a long range bomber. I'm sure too, if you had the right crew, this thing could stay in the air indefinitely since it does aerial refueling. It's just the maintenance and the continuous running that would be like kind of a problem on this thing, because I'm sure this thing can't just stay in the sky for like 24, 30, 24 straight hours, or 48. 48 I think it can do, but it's pushing the maintenance requirement. Yeah, 9,000 nautical miles, that's far. Because we're right now, we have to Dayton, it's only just right now over 1,200. So from Vegas to Dayton was, I'm going to guesstimate then 1,400 nautical miles. So essentially, if you really want to break it down, it's a back and forth trip of like, let's see, 9 times? Yeah, 9 times. 5 times, something like that. And I'm still waiting on that MD. No, it was in the KC-130, 120, KC-135 strata tanker, so we can do simulated like fuel, like mid-air refueling. Now that would be cool. Yeah, okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, this is a marvel. This plane's always just been a marvel. So I think they got their audio a little all wrong on this plane though. So from behind it, I would think it would be louder than it being in the front. In the front, it would be more. You should hear more air flowing than you do in the engine. So I think they got their audio kind of backwards. And they need to do kind of an update on this thing because the max altitude in this thing's 50,000 feet. But it doesn't really go that high. I've been able to get it solidly at 45,000, but cruising altitude for this thing's 50,000. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never honestly played FSX. But now that I've gotten into this sim, I was missing a lot. I was definitely missing a lot. Now, I did watch a what are you doing plane? You just decided to do something all on your own? What? It detected a ILS frequency. What? Don't tell me it detected like Denver. I think it actually did. All right, we're going to put this thing back on heading. The thing had a mind of its own. It was just like, nope, we're going this way. It's like, no, no, you're not. No, you're not going that way. No, not cool. Yeah, it picked up on another ILS. I'm kind of wondering if this ILS frequency will not work for Dayton because I did find it online and it's being detected as a new ILS frequency from on what it says online. So we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, well, we're gonna manually land it and hopefully not die. Alrighty then. There was supposedly you're able to put a camera, a ground camera. So we're gonna try to find that menu. HUD, no, that's not it. Menu, nav, no. Menu. Let's go back there. Maps. Traffic. You have a plane that battles back with you, it's never a fun day. I'm not sure where that. I saw that there was a. You were supposed to be able to put like a camera that faces directly to the ground. I don't see it. I'm not even sure how you would get to it, honestly, because I thought I messed with all of these. Oh well. Huh. Menu, but there's nothing else under here. Nav, map, stats, no. Menu, no. Huh. Well then. There it is. Found it. VSD. So it's under stats. VSD. Distance to ground 35. Well, this says 35,000 feet. Oh, it's because of. I think it's because of the mountains. Weapon, radar, traffic, or TFR. That's going out forward. That's like a FLIR almost. That doesn't work. So yeah, that is the one. Found it. That's cool. Now, I would drop the bombs, but we're over the United States, and I'm not about to do that. Nope, not doing it. Even though it's a virtual environment, not going to do it. Still about 2 hours out from our destination. Flying in a oversized boomerang. Oh yeah, the dropping sequence is pretty cool. So I'm gonna at least open the bomb bay doors, and then you see some a ton of 2,000-pound JDAMs. Yeah, it would. I don't know if F-16 should go up 44,000 feet. It should make no problem. Oh, that's cool. I had never really thought about doing custom cameras. I am. Oh, there it is. I guess there is a little bit of distortion heat coming from the jets. Need a little bit more of those though. I don't know if you've checked out yet my latest video on the new the Super Carrier Pro from Miltech Simulations. Their aircraft carriers are really good. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, Miltech's their Super Carrier Pro, super nice. You have the Nimitz and the Ford class, and you can the static carrier, not the static, the moving carrier. You can go down and use the elevator to go down into the carrier's hangar bay, which is fully modeled. And the carrier is able to use all third-party aircrafts for launching. I really like Miltech stuff. I'm planning on doing a ton of different videos, several different videos, even a lot of shorts will be used with that thing. Now, I will warn you: if you try to go into the hangar bay on the static version, you will see through the walls and everything like that. It's not modeled at all. I don't know if that's just them. They wanted to push this a little bit faster, and that's going to be modeled later. But I'm just not sure. Well, we are well inside of Colorado. I know this B-2 here that I'm in, this thing, it needs to work. It needs a little bit of work, but it's pretty well done, though. I am pretty impressed with it. Okay, well that sounds interesting. Yeah, I haven't used the J Strike in a while. That's another thing I gotta say with this, with Miltech's Super Carrier Pro. It just needs a couple of aesthetic changes. One of them is the biggest one, I think, and that they need the smoke from the catapult, the steam that comes out of the catapult. It's just not there. If they add that, I think that the add-on, that mod, would be the best. I think this is actually the most active I've been on my YouTube account in a long while. 6 days in a row we've actually put content out. I've started doing a playthrough of Armored Core 6, which I have to say that game is fantastic. But I'm gonna, after this stream, I'm gonna go back, start recording the next set of missions, and start uploading those. Yeah, the George W. Washington, I think it is, carrier. Yeah, you get so much percentage off. There's a few games coming out in the next month that I'm super excited for. One of them, the three of them next month. You have Forza Motorsports comes out like the first week of October, I believe. And then you have Star Trek Infinite, which is, they call it grand strategy game. I'm a diehard Star Trek fan, but it's a grand strategy game like Stellaris, or yeah, Stellaris, because there's a mod out for Stellaris that lets you play a Star Trek universe kind of type of deal. Now they're doing the same creators from Stellaris is looking at, oh look, people made this mod, people want this, we're doing it. So they're doing theirs, which is Star Trek Infinite. Looking so forward to that. And then City Skylines 2 comes out at the end of next month. Looking very much forward to that one. Thinking about putting all three of those games as content on the channel. I love Star Trek, so I'm thinking about doing content with that on the channel. Heck, I've actually thought about doing Star Trek Online, but I just don't think there's a lot of demand for Star Trek Online on the channel, obviously. But I love it. I'm a diehard Star Trek fan. I am very invested in the universe, and I have a very deep understanding of the Trekkie universe. And then a new Mech Warrior game is coming out next year that I am like 110% like excited for. As much as I am a diehard Star Trek fan, I am a nerd, geek, and just know-it-all of the Mech Warrior universe. I've read most of the books. I've played all of the games. And the new one coming out next year is MechWarrior 5 Clans, which is what I've been waiting for a new clan game to come out. Oh, well, Star Trek Online is technically a free to play. If you this for the Star Trek's online version, it's free to play, and then the Star Trek Infinite new game coming out, which obviously I would say watch the content to see if you like it or not. That is $40 for the deluxe, and you get the what's it called? Crap, I can't think of it. So if you watch the new series Star Trek Lower Decks, it's like a Family Guy meets Star Trek type of show. There's the it's the USS Cerritos. It's a California class starship that they're putting into the new Star Trek Infinite. I'm actually kind of pretty excited for that. I was like, cool, the Cerritos I'm gonna have control of. That is cool. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of new stuff coming to the channel. I'm still going to do a bunch of flight sim stuff. I know there's a lot of people that follow this channel are flight simmers. But I'm going to dive into other areas so we can continue to get this channel growing. We are constantly growing. I mean, it's not even a week ago. Last week I was at 1,400, I think it was almost a week ago. A little over a week ago, I was at 1,400 and some subs. Now I'm approaching 1,600. Yeah, MechWarrior is, think of it this way. Big giant mechs or machines piloted by one person that it's literally you're shooting either lasers, artillery, missiles, and the timeline placement is in the 31st century. And humanity has populated pretty much the entire galaxy. So, yeah, that's just the synopsis of this, of the scope of what that is. Oh, yeah, growing real fast. I'm actually on track of hitting 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And this channel hasn't even been up for 2 years. This December, it would be 2 years. And the goal is before then to hit 2,000. So we are growing rapidly as a community, and I'm loving it. Well, we are just south of Denver. Denver's out that way. Excuse me. But, yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll start a new character in Star Trek Online and start putting stuff out. Yeah, I'll look forward to you joining in. Yeah, I should be here. So we still got an hour and 50 minutes left in the flight. I'm gonna be right back. Nature calls, so I'll keep it on the outside of the plane so you can look at the the aerial view, the aerial view. So I'll be right back. And we are back. So we are now almost out of Colorado. We are approaching Kansas. So we are now about an hour and 40 minutes away from reaching Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So the full review of this plane is available on my channel if anyone is interested in the full review. We are now crossing over into Kansas airspace. We've been having pretty clear skies the entire way. Kind of impressed we've ran into no weather at all. Trying to see if I can find the radar. There it is. All right, well, it looks like weather is starting to come up. As I say that, I start seeing stuff on the radar as it pops up. But why is it not showing up on here? Live weather is on. There are clouds in the distance. That is representing of some weather. Appears to be some weather coming into Ohio where I'm at too, so this could be an interesting landing. We may actually have to really give it a shot at this ILS because there's some gnarly weather we're looking at. Of course, we're high enough up that we should not deal with these storms initially, especially the ones going over let's see, Iowa and Missouri at the moment. Some light showers going into Dayton at the moment. That could be radar distortion or radar interference in Kansas. And also, thank you everyone for the likes on the channel or on the stream itself. It helps out a ton. Next Saturday, I won't be doing a live stream flight due to doing a broadcast for a series I like on iRacing. I don't charge anything to those guys, but I do like doing it because it's fun. I will do another live stream tomorrow. It won't be in the B-2, but it will be in something else. More than likely a 737, but we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll do some test runs on another plane to ensure that I can fly it and, well, land it as well. But yeah, should be another stream tomorrow. I'm hoping to set that stream up tonight so I can just jump in tomorrow. So that will be on the agenda for the weekend. So we are going to fly into these storms that are coming up. We're an hour and a half out from our destination, but these storms are starting to look a little ominous. Let me check my real radar on my phone. See what that says for anything. So the radar site in Wilmington is down. So the storms that are off in the northeast of Kansas heading to Topeka, which will be going just north of Topeka. And these storms are north of Topeka. They're all under severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll be flying it almost directly into them at this point. So that will be very interesting to see how these storms are replicated on here. We also have I don't know if I think it's a tropical storm by now that took landfall in Maine in Canada. We won't be anywhere near that. Wrong button. Oops, didn't need that. Testing my buttons out, seeing if we what all the buttons do on this new joystick. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright. So we are now an hour and 24 minutes out. 731 nautical miles, and we're cruising at 45,000 feet. Heading in the direction of 82 degrees. 83 degrees. Not 82, but 83. So we are currently flying in stealth mode, which stealth mode is, it basically retracts. Here, I'll just show you guys. It retracts the beacons, so you don't see any of the strobes. So yeah, those right there, the wingtips, couldn't see it. I have an ultra wide. You guys can't see the ultra wide version of what I'm seeing. But yeah, that right there is what retracts. And that's why we are flying in stealth mode. So there is no stealth mode button on the other side of the cockpit. Flying this plane all the way out to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, to be exact. Right, pretty much next door to the Air Force Museum. We're getting close to these storms now. The clouds are thickening up in front of us. We still gotta do the video in the F4 Phantom. I just not thought of that. I still gotta do a video on that one. On that one. That's an oopsies. Getting close to these storms. These storms are looking pretty nasty. That's one thing I noticed with this plane. I don't know if it's intentional, because I don't know. I think there's the way it's designed, there are no contrails with this plane. I kind of think that's intentional. I think that's actually designed so these don't create contrails, or for the condensation off the engines. And if that's the case, I'm not actually sure on how that's done. Still about an hour and 15 minutes left till we get to our destination. But right now we are approaching some pretty severe weather. These storms that we're coming up to, they are actually severe warned in Kansas. Luckily, we're at 45,000 feet, so they should not even bother us. But so far, it's been a pretty smooth flight. Well, okay, I'll take that back. Initially, when it started, the flight started. The flight plan was all kinds of weird. Plane was doing all weird things. So the using the Microsoft Flight Sim flight plan, since you can't import one in, did not work very well. So we had to manually put our heading in and go in that direction. Now the next phase is to see if how well the ILS works. And the first part kind of failed, so I have no faith in the ILS. But we are going to give it a go. Hopefully it's a good go. But yeah, these storms coming up, there's some severe weather coming in just north of Topeka, northwest and due north. And it's all severe. It's all warned stuff too. Actual severe thunderstorm warnings for this area. But like I said, we're at 45,000 feet. It shouldn't even bother us. We'll basically fly right over top of it and just point down like, look, you're down there. And then tomorrow we'll do another live stream. I'll have to see if I have time tonight to do a flight plan, determine where we're heading and what. Starting to get back active on the channel. Actually, we're being very active. In the last week, we put out a ton of videos. Not all directly for Flight Sim, but there are other stuff I've been putting out now, and more of different things coming out in the future. Alright, so directly in front of us is a severe, actual big supercell. It's at least how the radar is portraying it. I think we're going to skim right past underneath on the south side of the storm. We're going a pretty good clip. We still got about an hour and 8 minutes left till we get to our destination. We may have an escort arriving here in a short time. I haven't heard anything back from them, but we should potentially have a escort, which would be pretty cool. I'm not sure what he'll be in escort-wise. I think there was a mention of the F-16. I'm not sure, though. But once our escort gets here, then we will know officially what he's in. But I'm hoping everyone's enjoying their Saturday afternoon, Saturday wherever you are at, because it's definitely a nice day here. Well, it was a nice day here in Ohio. Looks like rain is knocking on our doorstep. All right, we are officially. Looks like, well, Flight Sim is not really representing it very well, but we are just off to the south of the supercell, like just off the south. We're close to it. Hopefully, Flight Sim 2024, when it comes out next year, it'll have a little bit better of a weather representation or a live weather. I am kind of excited for the new Flight Sim coming out. Hopefully there's a lot of cool different things in there. Stuff they're built off of from this sim. I've also put up the my review on the new Super Carrier Pro from Miltech Simulation. I put that up yesterday. That add-on is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend go check it out. All right, so we're gonna pass just north of Kansas City. We're gonna pass into Missouri, then into Illinois. We're gonna have to change our heading just a tiny bit. Oh, that's not heading, that's course. We'll have to change the heading just a tiny bit. Got our camera facing down. Once we get close to Dayton, I think we'll come out of stealth mode. We want to be seen at that point. Just don't want to immediately pop in like, hey, we're back, and they'll be like, where have you been? All right, I gotta figure out what runway this is. Crap, that's 05 left. $109.7. That is correct. Course is 53. That's why we were off. Actually, we'll just go the other way. We'll just go the other direction. $53, I believe it was. $53 is the approach. This is 109.7. Cool. All right, we're set up for the for ILS. All right, we're set up for ILS. We still got to go through another set of storms. We're right now just going above another storm. Yep, that big old mess of clouds is a storm. Kansas City is down, is in that direction. Like right in that general area is where Kansas is. All right, we should be coming out on the other side of this cell here very soon. I mean, it looks like we already have, at least altitude-wise. But there's still rain in the area. We're less than an hour from Dayton. And now we're in Missouri. Oh, well, yeah, we're in Missouri now. And you see this whole swath of clouds right here. This whole clouded area right there. That is a actual squall line. That is a squall line that is heading southeast. We have another ILS has been detected, but we're not going to go to that. But right now we're actually we're not doing bad. We're just heading towards Dayton. Once we get past this squall line, well, there'll be some patchy showers all the way through. Obviously, we won't be touched by the rain because we're so high up. Had a little bit of a lag moment. This squall line looks more impressive than the cells we went through. Or went over. So we are 52 minutes away from Wright-Pat. I'm going to probably start lowering altitude here soon. Probably within the next 30 minutes or so, I'll start dropping altitude. Excuse me. And then we'll see if this ILS will work. Flight plan didn't work, that's for sure. Oh, we had a nice long flight. Just got to go above this squall line now. It's a nice thing about flying 45,000 feet up. No storm will really bother us. I mean, if there was a storm that was towering 45,000 feet, that's a big storm. That's probably producing a tornado then if the cloud tops are that high. Okie dokie. How's everyone doing? Everyone enjoying their day? Oh, we got Fleer up right now. Going 232 knots. About the same speed as what an airliner would go. Fuel levels are looking good. About to start it's about to start going over the top of this squall line. There we are. We're going over the squall line now, officially. So we are now coming up on Illinois. We're going to be crossing over to Illinois here pretty soon. I still want to do another, also a live stream flying the C-17. That doesn't actually have a autopilot, so that one would be like just as the crow flies, like this one. So we're flying the squall line we're going through. We're actually flying through a section that is it's just rain. No, not actual storm. It looks like we're flying in between some storms. Luckily. Yeah, we're mostly way through this squall line now. This little gap that we found. There is one cell we're gonna go fly over directly, and that's the big poofy clouds in front of us. That's all. This is considered the cell that I'm thinking about, or that I'm seeing. $38. There's a big cell that just popped up. See, we are 38 minutes away, 350 nautical miles out. We're at 45,000 feet still. Probably should start dropping here relatively soon. I think once we hit Indiana, we'll start dropping. We're just now hitting Illinois. Someone needs to come up with a B-1 bomber. I want a B-1 bomber. I'd pay good money for a high-quality B-1. So we're getting close to the end of this. Another 30 some minutes, and then we should be at Dayton. I just noticed that we are kind of off track again. All right, we're back on where we are changed course a little bit, so we go more southern route so we can get to the runway. All right, let's get the barometric pressure for Wright-Patterson. So the barometric pressure for Wright-Patterson right now, 29.98. We're going to go ahead and set that now. Oh, it's so close already. 29.98. That is the barometric pressure for Wright-Patterson Air Force Base currently. Just getting it prepped, ready to go, so when we do our descent and our landing, we won't have anything in our way. We already have the right, I'm assuming this is the right freak. It's not detecting it now, but hopefully it will. So 109.7. And that's what it says on the sheet, 109.7. Approach course is 53 degrees. We already have it set for 53 degrees. We're going to start our descent. We're going to drop her down about, I'm going to say 30,000. Use engine power to help with our descent. We're passing under 40. We're approaching 40,000 feet. Passing under 40,000 feet. Turning on stealth, turning off stealth mode. All right, we're just starting the descent. Starting our descent. We gotta manually control our altitude since the flight plan's not working. But that's all right. We got this. ILS should take us the rest of the way through once we're lined up. All right, we're under 40,000. We're approaching 38,000 feet. Under 38,000 now. Let's drop a little faster. All right, we have dropped almost over 10,000 feet. Let's drop down to 25,000 feet. Actually, no, we'll hold at 30,000 for a little bit. Throttling down to 50% power. Or at least close to it. All right, let's see. All right, altitude hold. We are hold at 30,000, about 30,200. I think that's what it was at. Just for a little bit. We're also going to do a course correction. Oop, a little bit of a lag spike. All right, so we are on course. Does it detect it yet? No. Of course, we're still in Indiana, or Illinois, actually. So it may take a little bit longer before it detects that ILS frequency. 25 minutes is left in the flight, or till arrival. We're at 30,294 feet. Volanta says we're 30,500. Oh, let's get a good landing in. We are soon going to pass into Indiana. There's a bunch of rain in Indiana. That should not affect us, though. Just waiting to see when that's going to come active. All right, let's start our descent again, even further. I kind of want to skim over the top of these clouds. Wait, I think we just got an ILS detection. We do. All right. Oh, look at this mess. What are you doing? I'm not sure what the nav's doing. I wanted to see what it would do, but it's definitely acting strange. It's picking my nose up. All right, so that's good. That's good. We'll go with see what the nav's gonna do with this. It should work since it's the ILS has picked me up. It should work. Oh wow, that's kind of a cool view. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look out! Look at that. That's. All right, so nav has got us. We're about to go into this cloud though. This thing would blend. Well, yeah, it's supposed to blend in with the night, but with this cloud cover over top now, this light cloud cover, thing looks so cool. All right, I'm kind of blind right now. I want to lock her onto the altitude. I want to see what this thing's going to do first. It's lost ILS. Oh no, VOR. It's on VOR now. All right, the intake is up. Whoa, what happened? The cloud, so dense of clouds, it's really throwing my graphics card for a loop. Man, there's some thick cloud cover we're going through. I have no idea where I'm at. This cloud cover is thick. I just realized my airspeed's really low. Oh, well, and then we come out the other side to go back in. I think it's 98 degrees. We have still lock and ILS engaged. I didn't realize that was disengaged. This would be the perfect way to avoid a visual contact flying this plane through the clouds. Now you probably could hear the thing though. At this low altitude, this thing would be loud. All right, she is turning for approach. I think she's turned too much. What are you doing? This is not right. It's totally messed up. All right, let's see if we can fix this now. All right, we need to correct the course now by a lot. Since ILS or the nav really screwed me up, we have to correct ourselves. Hopefully we have enough room for that. I think we do. Right, Pat's right there. Yes. All right. I think we have enough room. I believe we will have enough room, just enough. Hopefully we can come out of the clouds. These guys below us are getting a show. All right, let's try that again. I really want to come out of the clouds, though. Although. Yeah, you're missing how the nav button's screwing up my landings. I'm trying to pin it towards the ILS, and it keeps turning me into some weird directions. And then turning off randomly. So this will be a very interesting landing. I think I can still get the ILS to lock. Right now I have autopilot heading in altitude lock. I'm down to 14,000 feet. I need to back off throttle a little bit. Going a little bit quick. Should come out of the clouds here pretty soon. I'm going to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and I should be on the... What server is this? Southeast Asia. I am right now 12 minutes out from landing. All right, we are starting to come out of the clouds, so I can actually get a better visualization of what the hell is going on. And then we lost our ILS lock. Oh, wow. Yep, there we are. We're out of the storm. We're out of the weather. That was definitely a good view through that storm. Just waiting for ILS to show back up. The people below us are probably looking up like, why is there a UFO flying up there? All right. Hopefully we can get a good final approach lineup. And if I can't use ILS, hopefully we can get a decent landing by hand. Oh, well, I think we still got a little bit of time. I mean, it says 10 minutes, but I'm swinging out wide down to the south so I can get a straight in entry into 05 left. I think that's the runway. Yes, 05 left. I don't think it's going to detect ILS. Half the reason why I don't think it's going to detect ILS is because I believe Wright-Pat just changed the frequencies to the frequency that I put in there. That was a recent, it says all new frequency, so we'll see if that's the case. Well, we'll see if we can get a decent landing. If not, well, we'll put that up as a blooper. All right. Still no ILS lock on. We have to, we'll adjust. We'll go right on the course heading. As close as possible. I think we lined up almost perfect. Well, it's going to be close, but I think it's actually kind of a straight shot in at this point. Let's go ahead and reduce altitude some more. No ILS. Figures that at the I picked the airport that has the changes done to it. That is not our airport in front of us, if that's an airport. We're still ways off. I'm just trying to get down to 10,000 feet to make it easy. All right, locking altitude. That is our airport, actually. We're about to land. We're 5 minutes out. Yeah, I think that is our airport, actually. Is it locked yet? Or is there still nothing? Nope, we're going to have to manually handle it. Hand land it because, alright, we're going to... Yeah, it just doesn't like it. But we have a good lineup. Yeah, that's about right. All right, autopilot's off. Gear down. Oh, wait, ILS just took. ILS just locked. No, you're not. You're not. Oh, there's a big old spike. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Something it doesn't like, so I'm going to hand land it. Reducing power. We're already way too high. There's Dayton. I'm only about an hour and a half from here. Oh crap, I forgot. Maybe we want to do that. Oh, I'm doing this multitasking wise. This is gonna suck. Alright, landing is being recorded now. There's downtown Dayton there. Right along that river. Oh, come on. I gotta line up better than that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I used to flying with my left hand, but I've been getting better. And right there is I see right there below. Yeah, what looks to be some silos, or at least other buildings and small runway. That is the Air Force Museum. Been there many of times. It's pretty cool. They have a B-2 inside one of the hangars. And a B-52. And a SR-71. Oh, we are high. We're below 3,000 feet now. Pulling back on the power. I've never been this smooth at the controls before when hand landing this. This is actually kind of crazy. More power. Think of this plane as a floating frisbee with the way it's shaped. Not exactly centered. That was butter. I've never handled something so smooth. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Are you right behind me? Man, there's such... I'm getting such huge spikes of lag. Oh, wow. Negative 77 feet per minute. Holy crap, that's kind of like floating it in there. Parking brake engaged. Is that you right there? Yep, there's... I see the F-16 now. So yeah, we landed at 0.95 Gs at negative 700, negative 77 feet per minute at 145 knots. That is floating that thing in there. That's actually like really, really good. Now you will look different to me because I am using an add-on, well, not add-on, but yeah, it's a free scenery pack. So you're gonna look like you're levitating or yeah, you look like you're levitating. That's just because that's the add-on, the freeware I got from FlightSim.to that they did a bunch of corrections, altitude corrections, and all that good stuff. So yeah, you're kind of levitating. I've talked to other streamers does flight sim, and they see that they get the same thing. From this level, it almost doesn't even look like you're levitating, but then you turn it this way, you are. So we'll just keep it like this. All right, let's shut her down. Actually, we're not going to shut her down. I'm going to shut down Volanta so we can watch the replay. First, let's do end flight. Yes, ending flight. Close Volanta. Yeah, I should. There's a couple videos. I think I have a video out there. Yeah, you see the C5 Super Galaxy, the C17. You see the C17 right there, half in a bay. And then some C-130s should be on the other side. So, but let me shut down Volanta. Is it shut down officially? It looks like it has. So let's go ahead and go into our replay mode. Whoops, wrong button. We are stop. And then I mean, this thing was, in my opinion, this kind of felt like butter. I'm gonna have to take recordings of this. Oh my god. That was so smooth. That is stupid smooth. That thing just like, it just like floated right in. That was so smooth. I won't get enough of watching that. I'm gonna have to record this as a short because that's the smoothest I've ever flown anything in. I was kind of skeptical if I can land this thing, but damn did I land that thing. Yeah. I didn't have my speed brakes mapped to my joystick. I was disappointed in that. But I was already moving slow enough that I didn't even need speed brakes. Oh, that was a good landing. I'm very impressed with that one. Chop that up as a 100% successful flight. No flaws. Well, okay, there was a flaw. It's called flight. The flight plan on this thing sucks. Well, didn't see that, but also, I mean, my joystick. I usually just hit a button for the speed brakes. Let's see if there's another view we can do from. Let's go all the way up here. Showcase. Oh, that's an interesting view. Oh, there is just one view. Yeah, I had a bit of a lag spike, so I recorded that lag spike. Not happy with that. But it still shows how smooth that landing is. Wasn't centered on the runway, but that's all right. Yeah, that was a good one. Well, that's it for that stream, or this stream. I'll be doing another one tomorrow, if all goes well. But I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did. I was kind of nervous landing there for a second, but I lined her up almost perfect. So, we're going to call it a stream today. Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. I'd say noonish, Eastern Standard Time, noon 1. It just all depends on what all I have going on, because usually at the last second I'll decide. Like today, I last second decided to jump on a stream. But it was worth it. I had fun. I made my promise by doing a live stream flight with the B-2. And I think I'll be doing more with this thing too. So, see you guys around. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, hit those buttons. And we will talk to you later. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Later.